Investigative journalist James O'Keefe revealed that Project Veritas reportedly walled off funds to pursue a lawsuit against him, which resulted in the CFO submitting a letter of resignation, calling the move vindictive. O'Keefe, who was ousted from the company that he founded a few months ago, obtained internal emails between former PV CFO Tom O'Hara and CEO Hannah Giles, which provide a closer look as to what led up to the demise of the guerrilla news organization that ceased all operations in September. In the email sent by O'Hara to Giles, the former CFO writes, "Walling off funds in PVA, Project Veritas action, to pursue a lawsuit against James O'Keefe at the expense of PV and any remaining employees is in my opinion a prime example of putting personal vindication ahead of the best interest of the organizations. Based on the examples listed above and many more not cited, I must respectfully resign from my position as CFO of Project Veritas and Project Veritas action immediately," O'Hara wrote. Project Veritas went up in flames shortly after O'Keefe was ousted from the company, which resulted in mass firings, resignations, and ultimately the end of the company. In May, the organization filed a lawsuit against O'Keefe on allegations of financial misdoings and employee harassment. The suit claims that O'Keefe breached fiduciary duties and strained relationships with donors and staff. Few examples were provided. After O'Keefe was ousted, he quickly started a new investigative journalism company called O'Keefe Media Group, known as OMG. Project Veritas employees followed O'Keefe out the door and joined his new company. The lawsuit alleges that these employees breached their own contracts to work for O'Keefe. Project Veritas board of directors appointed Hannah Giles as its new CEO following the ousting. The organization maintained that it would continue to function without O'Keefe. That failed to be accurate and the company imploded. In September, former Veritas employee and investigative reporter Bobby Haar announced that Project Veritas suspended all operations effective immediately, citing financial ruin. Breaking: Project Veritas suspends all operations effective immediately, Haar wrote on X. CEO at Hannah Giles and Jen Kiak of Human Resources cite financial ruin as reason for additional layoffs on September 20, 23, leaving merely a handful of employees left. All investigations halted as of today. A source close to the matter told the Post-Millennial at the time that the journalists who were left on staff after the August 17 mass firing were all terminated. The journalists who had remained were essentially relegated to fundraising, as the company was floundering. Since James quit, a source told Post-Millennial, the donations dried up, the donations never resumed. The board were desperate to bring Hannah on board because they thought it would be cute, but the problem is she's a charlatan and a fraud. Everything she's ever done has been a failure and she lied to everyone claiming she had all these donors she could bring in.